This finally gotta go. Boy, again, y'all drop me a beat, please. That's me, like Abraham Holy, how you know he made me freestyling on this high tempo. Now they say they call me his prophet, or what you call it, cause it will roll one out for alcoholic. The key to this mobile while you waiting for Christ, and you were full of second roll while I'm picking up the road. You can find the road to a 5 million white screaming out your wrong. Shabbat shalom, my kid. Shabbat shalom, my kid. You can't see the tempo. We got the gate locked on the thing back. Back again, you know what's up. Got maturity, show red, couple man to the degree complete. Listen, that's a number 7. My dog's hungry, let's eat. But please no lemon, play holidays. I didn't watch the rain. I'm the ruler of the land of Pharaoh. Gave me this chain. You were sweet and soft as a lollipop. That's how one time for the lollipop. Speaking to the Israelites who love the Torah and contriving, taking no soft walk last night and killing all the Midianites 6 days a week. A Torah night and take a break on Sabbath, right? That's right. Here we rock. All people shout out to the God. Why you mad? Face your face. I'm taking your ass out. The second place where I give my fame. Now Allah, how you know my name? The pop past the flame. So passing the wine, my key. So passing the wine, my key. It's funny on like only. The table 12 with me. TK Fire. This is a Heat Rock Productions. Ready for the cross? Caught you reaching. I'm the first born chosen seed. Resurrected swag pedigree. Smash out and get her UC. Now the physio level to the third degree. What's up? Me and my Levi kids, that's up. Straight in the country, exodus. Cross over like Happy New Year's. Got the movement to me 40 years. What's up? I'm hot, that's me. Sacrificing that. Oh, we kill a cancer, fighting for God. I say 43 hard, good Lord. My land is blessed to the artist. Better just you can say dirty son of a. You watching too much TV. Meditating no BET. What's up? Turn up. That's it. I'm with Aaron in the priest getting it. I love when you hate on me. I'm got Jews who got leprosy. What's up? I'm on the mountain. You tell me. Let's go breaking them fountains. Yahweh, he with me. Waking up, Jacob, 1, 2, 3, what's up? What's up? I get up, the streets, all right, young kings, the world in me. God's treasures me, what's up? I got more shade with me. He gave me a lie to see, yes, you can't stop prophecy. Y'all come for victory, what's up? Who me? And listen to milk and honey. Look at the sun, I'll pick your fruit. Don't get it to the Amalek, you are shark food. Money, hope, and images got you stuck. Saying, oh, it's not what up, it was you up. Levi, please kill no Peter. Decapitate me, he is like chicken boy. Gold and silver, solid in vein. What's that odor you smell? That's that thing, what's up? Water over, dry shot, you good breath. Pass the test of your wilderness. Will be your company. 22 big tabernacle. Similar, no entry, y'all say. It's all the damn good cookies, y'all dead. So, they got the white cookies, the liquid, ain't nobody got doors to stand up. Your house, so we need to keep you up, now your heart. Get the blood, chicken clan. What's up, I keep. Get up on the street, alright, your things the world in these. Choose from God's treasures, me, what's up? I got more shade with me. He gave me a lie to see. Let's work, you can't stop prophecy. Y'all got for victory, what's up? Go! D-E! Woo! Let's go! Seminole, Florida State. Let's play that one more time. One more time. While I'm getting set up. Hit that like button, people. Beat the cage. What's happening? What's up, Carla? What's up, Mike Merritt? Hit that like button, please, y'all. Hit that like. Another Florida State. Let's go. Let's go. Got some information for y'all today. Got a good show. Van couldn't make it today. He's actually going to the Miami to watch the game. So he's actually going to Miami. So we'll see how this goes. Maybe give us an inside peek. I will be going live all day tomorrow in Miami, Florida State game to witness Florida State win. Because nobody believes all we got. Nobody believes but us that Florida State gonna win this game. Except probably us and the Florida State team. Only a few of us, all we need. Let me have a smoke. And we'll get into the information. Hit that like button. What's up, Carla, Sandra? What's up, Super Creech? Eating honey fried chicken tomorrow. Yes, I see you. I see y'all. Get that smoke up in you. We're going to Google some Florida State football. Yes, we got Rod Orr. Great news. We need all the tackles. We need tackles, right? It's already a turnaround. Norvell getting what we need to be. We get it rolling. So we got Rod Orr. I'm going to get into that. I'm going to show us highlights later, but we're going to read into Florida State news now. And then we get to most of it. Hit that like button, people. Hit that like. They filter in. Everybody hit that like button, please. Let me share the screen real quick. I got to get this up out of here. 1 second. All right. Rod Orr commits Florida State. Let me get the screen up. 1 minute. Hit that like button, people. Hit that like. We in here. Let me get this up for you. Bam. So we got that. I don't know if it looks better with the banner. Hold on, y'all. Chief Osceola smoke session. Beat Miami. All right, let's go to Florida State recruiting. Let's go to Rod Orr. Good news. Rod Orr committed to the Seminoles, adding a big blue chip offensive tackle to the 2021 recruiting class. Okay. I don't even need this. Hold on. Hit that like. Hit the like. All right, here we go. All right, so Rod Orr, hit that like button, people. So he committed to Florida State to get some much-needed positive news and recruiting trail. His 4-star Rod Orr by Alex Atkins, 6'7", 296 pounds, and played his high school ball at Gaston City. He simply picked between the Florida State, Missouri, Ole Miss, Oregon Ducks, and Tennessee. So we got him. The one thing I like about Rod Orr is that he doesn't wait to attack as a pass blocker just because it's a pass blocking doesn't mean you can't be aggressive initiating contact. Sometimes it's best to throw the first punch. He carries his weight well and is nimble on his feet. Pass setting shouldn't be a big problem. However, if he expects to complete for early play time, he has to live in the weight room as functional strength is an issue. Big get. He's a blue chip. Like, not that really matters, but he's a blue chip. So we'll see where it goes because we got a lot of overrated. Jalen Williams what's his name? The Williams guy we had, I forgot his name. He was so sorry. He was one of the top in the nation. As far as rated go, he trying to be one of the worst. Hit that like button, people. You in Osceola smoke session. Boy, stop. You dealing with the best channel on YouTube, baby, Florida State. You know what time it is. This where all the War Daddies go. This where all the No Bloods go. This all the Trues go. Duval, he going to the game. He actually going to Miami to the game, Duval. He couldn't make it today. He actually going to Miami to check out the game. So we might have somebody come in later. I don't know. I gave him the invite anyway. So Rador. Stick around. We'll watch his highlights later. I'm pretty sure most of y'all. That's right. Of course we can beat them. Of course. All right. Let's go through some FSU football news. So that's the big news of the day. It's good we still get recruits. We Florida State, we're going to get the players, man. People think we ain't going to get players because if we have a off year or whatever, we're going to get the players. We in a hotbed. That's why all the pressure's on the coach. We're going to get the players. Norvell ain't going to have no excuses. Offensive lineman Rod Orr. Okay. What else we got? So that's FSU's football news. Let's see if I can find anything else. All right, look at FSU Miami a little bit. Look at FSU. So can FSU truly grow from game one and game two? I believe so, y'all. Get that smoke up in you. It's your boy TURNTTALLY, the number one no fan in the no known universe. If you think you know somebody better than me, you're doing this. All together now. TURNTTALLY Holics. Boy, stop. We conquered over here. Yeah, we get mails. We good to go. All right. An old adage in F makes its biggest improvement from game one to game two. That's what I'm hoping, y'all. We'll see if there's truth to that or if it's just a cliche when Florida State heads to Miami. FSU coming off a discouraging season, the opening loss to Georgia Tech, followed by a bye week. Enters a rivalry week game as a major underdog, so let's hope for truth. So it's easy to point to areas where FSU must improve as the Seminoles floundered for too long, blah, 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 blah. So how can anyone truly predict how FSU responds to against a confident Miami team, given the circumstances Mike Norvell faces year one? Norvell will not be in attendance. We all know that. FSU enters Saturday contest with a quarterback situation that feels unstable with a couple of his best defenders. Kane Nasruddin won't be 100% if they play at all. These aren't excuses. They're facts that paint a picture of how much FSU was against very early in Norvell's tenure. Yeah, I want to see that jump for week one and week two. I do expect to see that jump, says John. I do expect to see a better football team on the field Saturday night than what we saw a couple weeks back. Who knows? Maybe the game one and game two jump is not only a real thing. Maybe it can be even more substantial with FSU, given that Norvell and company has so little time to work with the team in the preseason. One of the biggest problems that came from the truncated spree that the coaches didn't get to truly evaluate their players. They didn't get to see how they did in multiple scrimmages. Didn't have the chance. Oh, yeah, so that's what we had to do against Georgia Tech. We're going to see. We're going to see. We might surprise some people. We're going to see. They didn't have a chance to vet who truly took the coaching and applied what they learned in the film room onto the field. There was no way of measuring who got better, who excelled under pressure, and who could be trusted. Sure, there were scrimmages in camp, but FSU didn't go heavy with playing some key starts for various reasons as they tried to preserve health so close to the regular season. Oh. And if you're of the belief like me that the staff has quality coaches, then the chance to truly get an idea of who can be a building block and who can't after week one is invaluable. There's a reason why FSU's bye week, in which Norvell was involved before testing positive, was spent on self-reflection and improving internally rather than game planning for Miami. A lot of it had to do with just self-building and making sure that we fix corrections that need to be from game one, and just the maturation, that development, the consistency. This is Adam Fuller, of just developing things that we need to do on our side of the ball, whether it's just fundamentals or just building the next step, but we got to play, and we've got to play on defense. Hit that like, baby. Yeah, we just got, I already talked about that, James. I'm going to play his highlights later of Rod Orr. We needed the week. It was a good week, and we very much took advantage of it. Since Adam Fuller. Norvell, his first season at Memphis back in 2016, logged a 35-17 win over FSU opponent Southeast Missouri. Okay. Oh, okay. But didn't like the way his team finished. Then Norvell had a bye week to reevaluate his team from the first game in Game 2 against Power 5 opponent Kansas. Norvell's Memphis squad got out to a 7-3 lead before scoring 70. In a 77-3 victory. Wow. The offense was explosive. The defense was aggressive and forced turnovers. It was the beginning of stages of Memphis, showing that it will become. Yeah, this is going to be Norvell's. This game against Miami is going to be what we're going to be for the rest of this year. Hopefully, I hope it's good. Really love watching the guys come out. Total dominance was a great day for our coaches. Wow. We're looking forward to the next step now. What difference a week or two can make, right? Norvell unfortunately won't be part of the post-game conference on Saturday, and truthfully, I have no idea what to expect given the many variables surrounding this preseason and game. But like Coach JP said, if this staff is doing its job at a high level, we could very well see a much-desired growth. All right, y'all, hit that like button. You're dealing with TURNTTALLY, baby. Beat the crack pigeons. We got to beat them crack pigeons, baby. Got to do it. All right. One more article, and then we'll get into some tape. We'll get into some podcasts. Some information on the game, some previews. Right? Okay. What qualifies as Norman? Okay, 2020. Hopefully we have Kane Doe. Any of y'all know if we're gonna have Kane Doe? Looks like Hass was going to play at least. Yeah, we should be a better team because now we know who to trust and play now. I guess that was what that game 1 was. All right, let's move on to Miami. Let's see. You better do sort of normal. This article's BS. All right, don't worry. We ain't going to worry about that. Let's see on YouTube if any coaches. Let's see. But yeah, we got Rado. We got a big commit today. 5-star tackle. Great news. Big game tomorrow. We'll be going live during the whole game. I will be going live. So look out for that. Watch live with TURNTTALLY Miami Hurricanes tomorrow. You ain't got nothing to do. You ain't going to the game. You watching. You can watch the game with me, same time. Let's see. What we got? I just want to see the speeches or the practice talk. Ain't much practice. Whatever. Most of these guys ain't even picking us to win. Any of y'all see War Chat? Who they picking to win? From what I heard yesterday, Ronaldo Green probably ain't playing. Yeah, we got Chuba, but is Chuba all right? Purdy ain't playing, right? Purdy ready to go. Purdy will be next week then. If he ain't this week, he'll definitely be starting next week. But I'm more worried about Kane though, and I'm worried about our defensive squad. Our line, that's gonna be the most important part. So if Kane back, that's huge for us. That's all I'm worried about. We need Kane bad. Kane offensive lineman. So Kando's fine, Sandra. Thanks. But we need offensive linemen. We need all of them back. We need offensive line back. We can't lose nobody from the starting line. That's all I'm worried about. That and Kane Other than that, I think we fine. I think we good to go. Running backs got to step up. God dang, man. Corbin got to step up. But Big Marv got to step up. Jeez. All right. Let's go Let's go to the honey fried chicken chat real quick. Let's see what's in there, and then we'll get to some podcasts. Let's go to the honey fried chicken chat. Sandra be putting information in there. One dub. I appreciate y'all. Rose, James. Big game, James. Well, come on now. Y'all just hit that like button, people. Please hit that like button if you don't mind. Oh, you set the link on with medical clear to play tomorrow. I think Miami is going to be overconfident. Yeah, no, yeah, ESPN. What's up, EMG? Yeah, ESPN got them favored. Yeah. Everybody jumped off our wagon real fast. All right. Understandably. But we don't need them. All right. Baseball is back. I haven't looked at that. I haven't had a chance to look at that, but thank you for that, Sandra. Yeah, I haven't checked everything in here. I don't have time. All right, so Chubb was fine. I saw that. All right, so Kendrick DeBron. I did the Deion stuff yesterday. So we all ain't see that. That was cool. His speeches and stuff. So Ken DeBron. Congratulations to Deion. All right, so that's that. I think that's that. Okay. This might be the thing. Is this the thing? I think this is the thing you're talking about, Sandra. Hold on. I think that's what you're talking about. Hit that like button, people. Terry got to catch the ball, right? Oh, only 2 war chants pick us to win. Okay, hold on. That ain't good. I don't see that medical waiver you talking about. I don't see that medical waiver you talking about, Sandra. Is they are going? Turn the word is they are going after Blackman. What, to start? They're going after Blackman. Who's going after Blackman? A war chant? I don't get that. All right. I don't know if this is it. Hold on, y'all. I'm just trying to get it up. I'm trying to find who's medically cleared. So Sandra is so I'm just gonna ask you if I can't find it. Kando good to go, and oh, this ain't nothing. Yeah, because I don't know. Cromarty's okay. I want to watch this anyway. I want to watch this right here anyway. Hold on. Hit that like button, people. Hit that like. Hit that like. Facebook. All right, here we go. Y'all should be able to see this. Nope. God dang it. I'm sorry, y'all. Ugh. Facebook. Okay, here we go. All right, so he talked about Big Marv last week.
This was maybe one of the most disappointing things in this game. You're supposed to be elite on the defensive line, and it's 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1.
Oh, send the house to rattle him. I see it.
You need to win this play. How much push do you see from? So there's the line of scrimmage. You've got Marvin Wilson. You've got, who is that? Is that that's Lovett and Wilson here. You've got to have Marvin Wilson and Lovett reset that line of scrimmage past where it is. Instead, where's the line of scrimmage? Those guys went backwards. Look at Marvin Wilson. His helmet is back on the 40. Lovett, his helmet is right between the 39 and the 40. Those guys got pushed back. And then Kango is right here up against this H-back. You've got look, if you're a defensive end that looks like this,
Thanks,
there's
Sandra.
no way that you should ever be single blocked, let alone drive blocked by an H-back that looks like this. Look at this right here. Kando takes on that block, and it's a stalemate. He never gets off the block. So that's three guys, essentially, to your play side here.
Hey, Sandra, just won't let me do it.
All get stood up.
It says no information.
Driven by the defensive, or by the offensive front.
It says page can't be loaded.
Your stud defensive end getting.
How's Marvin Wilson getting ate up like that?
That is unacceptable from your defensive front.
There you go. How Marvin Williams get eat like that? All that talk. Big Marv, you doing a lot of talking, man. Not a lot of walking, bro. That's not going to get it done. Ooh, that's good. That's not going to get it done. Hit that like. Beat the crack birds. Beat the crack birds. All right, let's see. Now, let's go to some double fries, no slaw. Let's go to double fries, no slaw. All right. Little information. It's your boy TURNTTALLY, the number one no fan in the no known universe. Hit that like button, people. Boy, stop. We unconquered over here. Nobody give us a chance to beat Miami. I TURNTTALLY said we beat Miami. We unconquered. Never say surrender. Never say defeat. Right? Never be defeated. All right, where we at? 17-13. Should be a good game. Should be. Big Marv need to show up, though.
About the game on Saturday, I mean, you know, I'm sure you guys are going to talk about it later, but Freddie's been talking about a lot. I mean, I think our D-line comes out energized. I mean, those guys are good. You know, they looked kind of bad against GT. I think Big Marv's the leader. I think they come out energized, and I think it comes down to special teams. You know, I mean, I saw we put Corey Wren back to return some kicks, so I think maybe that might make a difference.
Thanks, Jim.
I'm with it, man. I hope you're right. I don't agree. I don't think the same thing's gonna happen, but I hope you're right and I'm wrong. Like I'm totally at the age now where I'm okay being wrong. It happens more often than not. So I'm totally with that. Are you I have looked. Are you gonna make it up? I know this year's weird.
Double fries, no slaw.
This year or anything like that?
Double fries, no slaw show.
So this year, I'm taking care of my mom who's like older and whatnot. So we gave up our tickets this year and just, you know, donated the money to the athletics department. Hopefully next year looks better. So I wish we could. This will be the first year in a decade that I won't have gone to at least one game. So bummer, but you know, this whole year has kind of been that, you know.
Yeah, for sure. This year's kind of a good year to miss. So were the last couple, but I think also I love your shirt. I wore that same shirt to work today. So that's a heck of. I found it on the sale rack at Lid's locker room. So
wow, nice.
Hit 30. I can't pass.
All right, where I'm at. Hold on, y'all.
Absolutely.
Do you have anything for Richie or Freddie before we get you out of here, man? I appreciate you hanging out for a minute.
No, man, you guys are good. I'm gonna listen to the rest of y'all's pod while I watch my Jags. Hopefully, whoop up on the Dolphins.
Appreciate it, man. For sure.
Appreciate it. Absolutely. Don't know.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. We getting there. Hit that like.
Go for it. Kenny Dillingham will be prepared to call the game. What do you say, Freddie?
I think we're in good hands with Dillingham. Norvell is still doing his thing. He's communicating with the team, so his principles will still be implemented into the game plan. Of course, it's gonna make it difficult not having them on the field for game day, but I think we'll still go forward with the same game plan we went forward with whether or not he was there.
TJ, I think I don't think it impacts the outcome. I think that Florida State has a better chance to upset Miami if he's there. But I don't like the line didn't really move because of it, right? So like I don't think it's I don't think it really impacts the outcome. I think it gives us a lower chance to pull the upset, right? Like I think that wouldn't have predicted us to win with or without him, right? I don't think that like, oh, because Norvell's not there, like they score another couple of touchdowns or whatever. And who mentioned this? Gabby maybe mentioned this, or talking about Manny keeping his phone. I mean, 2020 is a weird year, in the fact that like once you're up convincingly, like he may not keep the dogs on as long. He may have another year, create the pandemic. You may see him kind of call the dogs off a little earlier, so maybe it's a little closer. But I don't know. I don't think that Norvell not being there matters. Carp, what do you got?
I would say this from my gambling crew: take the first quarter.
On Miami. And at the same time, that spread's not moving much. It went from 9.5 to 11.5. I think Florida State.
I say, okay, who that? Dane B said, you think running back should receive passes and not handoffs? I think we should throw it to him out the backfield. That worked very lovely in the first quarter. I say we do more of that. Yeah, they might be better pass catchers than runners. That happens. You got to go with the strengths. And it look like Colbert got good hands. Then you pull one in with one hand on one play. So that should tell you something. Gainer and Gainer I feel they are too. I feel our defense is going to be the difference in this game. Gainer and Gainer, we need them guys to step up. Marvin Wilson got to have an A+ game. There's no excuses left for him. No excuses left for him. Hit that like button, people.
Shows up. I think the defense plays inspired. I don't think James Blackman is the quarterback in the third and fourth quarter. I think we have someone else. I don't know if that's Shubba Purdy or Tate Rodemaker. I don't know who it is. But, man, I think Florida State goes into Doak South, wins this game 27-24, and that's what I'm going with.
So, hold on. So, you think that your starting quarterback gets benched, but you guys win? Yeah, he's playing bad enough to get benched. What's the score when he gets benched?
I think his leash will be extremely short, Kev. I truly do. And I don't know who makes that call, because that's the tricky thing with no Norvell. Is it Thompson or is it Dillingham who makes the call to pull him? I think James plays well enough to start the game, but the second we see that meltdown that we've seen him, and we've seen it against Georgia Tech, Arizona State, in previous games, I think that change gets made. I don't know if it's Jordan Travis. Are we going to see Travis J potentially taking snaps from quarterback? But I think, to answer your question, I think Miami's going to be up, we'll call it 17-7 at the half, and then Florida State comes back and wins it 27-24.
Bro, it's gonna be so bad. They're gonna fire Norvell while he's fucking quarantined.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Ricky.
I'm sorry, y'all. That's a Miami fan. That's a Miami fan. You know how the Miami fans are. He on the couch smelling like hot pussy. Look, this a dude. Look. It's Miami fans, y'all. Look, I think he actually played for Miami. I think he's a piece of crap. Look how it's okay to be behind your team, but look how he talking. What was that? 119. But look how he talk. Look. Was it 119? No, 122. 122. Let's see what he got. Y'all heard it. Piece of crap turd, man.
I think Florida State shows up. I think the defense plays inspired. I don't think James Blackman is the quarterback in the third and fourth quarter. I think we have someone else. I don't know if that's Shubba Purdy or Tate Rodemaker.
There you go.
But I think, to answer your question, I think Miami's going to be up, we'll call it 17-7 at the half, and then Florida State comes back and wins it 27-24.
Bro, it's going to be so bad.
Look. It's a Miami fan right there. Look, y'all. He just going to be all dope bad. It's like the Miami fans when I went over there. I used to go over there. Yeah, effing stupid coach Norvell. He going to lose his life, commit suicide, and he going to die, and his wife going to leave her. And look. That's a Coke bird right there. Look at the crack picture. I don't even know his name. I think he played for him. He is a turd muffin. Look, he's on his couch, ain't even comb his hair for the show, smelling like Funyuns and bussy. Look. Smell like he look like this character. Look. He look just like him, don't he? Look. Look at the bussy. Bussy on the couch. Bussy on the couch. Bussy on the hay. Bussy on the couch. Bussy on the hay. We like to smoke cocaine all day because it's pussy on the couch when it's pussy in the hay. No blood. Row. Let's go. Let's go. Beat Miami. Beat Miami. Beat Miami. Boy, you pussy. Boy, you pussy. Straight pussy. Comb your hair. Comb your hair. Hold on. Straight pussy. Straight pussy. Boy, you pussy. Boy, you pussy. Try to get my sound right. Boy, you pussy. Boy, you pussy. Look at pussy. Look at pussy. Boy, you pussy. Let's go. No blood raw. He on the couch smell like Fritos and a hot fish pussy. Look at him. Beat Miami. All right, let's go. Goddamn. It's a fan of reprobates. My dumb ass tried to go over there and communicate with Bussy. I don't know what I was thinking, No Nation, but I learned my lesson the hard way, didn't I? Some of y'all told me a hard head make a hard ass turn. Don't let them over there turn. Y'all told me. I know. I give credit where it's due. Trust me. I know how I feel not to get credit where it's due. I know that better than anybody. Thanks, Sandra. I see it. I'm just having issues getting it up. Something I never tell my wife. But I'm having problems getting it up. Saying that it can't open the page. But let's get into this.
I'm not going to pick us to win. I don't think this is a week where there's no chance. I do think Miami, to Dabo Sweeney, his famous 2013 comment, if they play that game 10 times, they'll win 5. No, I think Miami probably wins 7 to 10 this year. But I'm just feeling Florida State. I think they come out inspired, and I'm rolling with them at this point. And go Noles, and I think we get the win, and we'll see what happens. Freddie, where you at, man?
Go. I got a question.
I need some backup.
I got a question before you go to Freddie.
Dressed up in.
Yeah. Wait, TJ, what's the question?
So you're picking Florida State to win on the upset.
Yeah.
But if you say Miami wins 7 out of 10 times, you're picking that with 30% confidence. Is that kind of how you're framing it?
Absolutely. I think it's the odds are Miami will win this game, but I'm not going to be the guy that doesn't pick us to win when there's some chance.
Well, go ahead.
When there is some chance we win. Like the week before we play Clemson, that's an auto loss. Let's be honest. Miami's not an auto loss. They're an okay college football team. They're probably top 25 fringe,
right,
with all teams playing. I know they're better than us, but I think the upset can happen. So I'm rolling with it.
Yeah, don't agree. I picked y'all last year. We ended up winning by 20.
I know, and I picked us. And
yeah,
I don't know why you picked us last
year.
year. I don't even know why.
Nah, because we came off like Georgia Tech. Like that Georgia Tech, being there watching us fucking play Georgia Tech was just like.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Man.
I am excited because I'm going to be with
fast forward fast enough to get past the Coke Birds. There's some Coke Birds on there. Forgot about that. 125. I got the time stamps. We ain't got to look at Fraggle Rock again. Cussing all over the place.
He came up short.
Hey,
we'll see what happens.
Trash, man.
Right. Like Freddie, I've cut you off like 4 times. Your turn.
Like realistically, trash.
See, you see, I'm dressed up in my no guess. So I don't know what
Let's go, Freddie. Don't let me down.
But last year I was watching the game, and that's probably the worst O-line we had in Florida State history. Y'all should have beat us by 60, and that's being nice. We had an opportunity to cut the lead to 7 in the third quarter. Of course, that team last year was soft. I think the team comes out a little fired up this week. Marvin Wilson, I think he has a big game, man. I really do. I think the D-line comes out fired up. We make some plays on defense, and I think Terry completely goes off. But it's still going to be a good game. it's gonna be a close game, and I got us in the nail. But I think special teams gets us over the hump, and I'm gonna have my moonshine and all my stuff ready just in case we don't cover. But
Hit the light.
I'm going with my nose of the upset, man.
Ready? What's the score?
What's your score?
What's the score? I like Richie's score. What I told you earlier, TJ?
Hit the light.
26, 23,
27 and 24. I like that score. I think special teams gonna play a big key in this game.
All right,
Um,
1 second,
y'all got
Todd.
a kicker, but I really think special teams gonna play a big role early on.
I will say Florida State's as good as Miami's kicker is. Florida State special teams look great against Georgia Tech, blocking 3 kicks.
UCF was blocking.
Yeah,
UCF.
UCF.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you know, you
Yeah,
can't block. No, they got the blueprint from us. They
All
under-
right, Todd. Just give me 1 minute, Todd. 1:30. I'm gonna send the link in right now. Just don't. I'll tell you when to come in and talk because I got some information to put out. I'll let you talk for a few minutes, but you can stay on. But just don't be. You can't be talking the whole time. I got to get this information out.
41-10. So I do have your kicker kicking a couple of field goals. I have 41-10 if Florida State comes out and looks at all like they did against Georgia Tech, and I think there's a possibility that happens. I don't know, no blood. They gave them a game before, didn't they? They gave the Crap Pigeons a game 2 seasons ago when they said it was a forward pass and it wasn't. I can see them maybe. I don't know. I just want to see how Florida State play really. Or you want to wait to the end, Todd? Okay. Yeah, if that's better for you, if you want to wait to the end of the show, yeah, it probably make more sense. Just wait to the end. And that's the one I'm leaning towards. I don't have enough confidence to think that Florida State fixed things in this 2-week, break and then, not having a coach around and stuff like that. But if Florida State capitalizes on a few more things that I think dropped by the wayside. I mean, Terry dropped a touchdown pass. Thompson dropped a couple of passes. I mean, if I said this on our show, I think if Terry catches that touchdown pass in the first half and we go up 17-0,
It's over.
then we probably do end up winning, right? And still, the problems with the team are still the problems with the team, whether you win or lose. But it just feels better to not lose. If Florida State capitalizes on some things, plays well, maybe gets a late touchdown because Miami calls the dogs off because of the COVID and everything else going on, I have my second prediction is 31-17. I could see a scenario where we keep it within 2 touchdowns, and I think I'm a little closer to Trey's prediction there. But I'm leaning toward the blowout. I'd love to be wrong. I'd love for us to win. I'd love for us to keep it close. I mean, I think if Florida State, you hate to say I'd take a 10-point loss right now, but if Florida State comes out of this game and only has lost by 7-10, I'm probably going to feel pretty good about that, But I don't.
Richie,
it's like the
loser mentality.
It is a loser mentality, but
You just you click the link, Todd Pope. You just click the StreamYard link. You came in before.
I want to see out of this. I mean, this whole season is a complete wash. I want to see Florida State improve every week, right? And if we lose by 8-10, we improved upon the way that we played against Georgia Tech. I don't think that happens. I mean, I'll tell you, we talked about this on the roll-up. In 2018, I've never felt good about a loss, and Berg felt way better about it than I did. But I thought we were going to get blown out that game. And so to lose by 1, I mean, I thought we were farther ahead than we were. Now, it really Miami just sucked that first half. But,
Miami was just on a decline. Just Miami wasn't 2000. They weren't as good as 2017 said they were.
And
that's why we all thought it was a blowout.
So we thought it was
biggest. That was the biggest point spread in Miami's favor in 25
14
years.
points.
Yeah.
So it sucked to lose that game, but you at that point you thought maybe we're not as bad as we think. Maybe things are turning around, right? Well, that's probably the same hope we would have if we lose this game by 7 to 10 points.
TJ, I was high five my friends, kissing my wife at halftime. I'm like, we're gonna beat these fools.
Oh yeah, my daughter's that ball.
Through the TV, I could feel the momentum of that game just shift.
Okay, almost done,
we're not
y'all.
winning
We almost done.
Damn. The next drive,
get right here, I think.
We look better than we did against Georgia Tech. Louisville's not very good. You're kind of counting on all those things, and all those things could absolutely be true, and Florida State can win this game.
Yeah, it's how you video chat.
My gut says that maybe
You
2 or
gotta put a
3 of
camera
those
on
things
your
are
phone.
true, but not all 5 or 6, right? So that's kind of where I lie with it. Man, I'd love to be wrong.
Yeah, Todd Pope, you gotta you just click on the link, but you gotta have a mobile phone camera connected with it. So you got to have a mobile phone camera. That's all. You just link it in. They ask you if you want that. You got to add it with it on StreamYard. So it's easy.
I'd love
Me
nothing
too,
more than to
'cause-
beat the hell out of these guys, bro. Like I, you know, if we play Florida this year, I'm telling you, Florida's an auto loss. Florida's a good team. Miami's not a great team. I think they're an above average team. But like I would already kind of resign myself to losing to Florida, and I know that hurts to say too. But Miami's the one I feel like we said at the beginning of the year we could win, we have to win. Man, I'd love to beat the hell out of these guys. But, you know,
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, 2
Before
years
the,
ago,
the
though,
season, we
but-
all picked us to beat Georgia Tech, and I think we all had Miami as a must-win.
Right,
So
right.
it's more so than ever a must-win. Now, if we don't
It
win
is.
this game, I think it's just gonna be tough for the guys' morale, guys.
That's why Big Marv and Terry came back. They wanted to beat Miami and leave a legacy, right? They knew it wasn't gonna get no national title, but they wanted. I don't think nobody gonna get a national title this year. And if they do, it's gonna be like an asterisk. But they came back for that sole purpose. So they lose this game, they might just tank it in the whole year. So Big Marv, the excuses are over, Big Marv. Terry, you can't drop no balls no more. You done used up your drops for the whole year, seems like. Especially to the NFL scouts. You can't drop a ball. Nobody gonna pay you $1 million dropping footballs. Let's go. Hit that King all day. King, Burger King. All right, here we go.
Go back to their old ways, and we start seeing a lot of guys in the transfer portal, and the culture issue, it becomes a major issue after this game if we don't win. And not only that, if we don't win, if we get blown out, we can play a close game and then find a way to get the guys back on board. But if we get blown out, it's going to get ugly.
Yeah, not going to be good. So we will be back with you on Saturday in the Discord. Go to our Patreon, patreon.com/doublefriespod. Richie and Freddie and I all hang out in the chat room during the game, take your questions, give our comments on the game. I know you don't really care about mine, but Freddie gives his. So.
All right, so I got Hear the Spirit. This is probably much the last thing. And then Todd, we'll come on and talk Todd and play some highlights of Rod Orr. We're still gonna play Rod Orr highlights. So what's his name? Hear the Spirit. Hit that like, baby. You with Chief Osceola Smoke Section. Van couldn't make it today. Don't stress. He wants to go to the game. He had to go to Miami. He informed me today he's going down to Miami to watch the game. Sandra, thank you. I see some information. Okay, let me see. Let me see this right here. All right, Sandra, I think it's working this time. Okay, so Jacksonville State, Florida State, 4 p.m. September 2nd. I mean, yeah. Was it? Yeah, 4 p.m. That's the second. I'm sorry. Yeah, so we get to play Jacksonville State. Chumpa Purdy will be starting. Dion won't be coaching yet. Is we ready? I hope so. I hope so, Michael Harris. I hope we ready. Hit that like button, people. Hit that like. Okay. Let's go to Hear the Spirit podcast. Thanks, Sandra. So we're going to be playing against Dion's team. They're going to be good in a year or two. Woo. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Get that smoke up in you, baby. It's TURNTTALLY. We in the TP. We getting that smoke. You know what it is. It's smoke session day. Let's get that win for Florida State. Yeah, we need to. He said we might lose our recruit, Sandra. Think positive. Think positive. We better not play. What's up, Ramon? How's people starting to filter in? I see you. All right, here we go. Oh, 417.
Our coaches are doing their job. And I know people that played at Memphis. So I know what he did there and what, you know.
Okay, hold on.
Pretty high coming into the season. I've long said that he was brought in for a specific reason. He was targeted for a reason.
Y'all should be able to hear this.
By Dillingham and by Norvell. I truly think that he was brought in to eventually take that spot. That shoulder injury, of course, derailed some things.
This is Hear the Spear. It's pretty good. Y'all need to hear this, man. It's really good. I listened to this yesterday. They go in on Miami too. They don't hold nothing back this podcast.
But I think that this is the end of the Blackman era here. It's coming up to an end here pretty soon. So it's great to see he's back. And despite the second surgery to clean up an infection, he's on the right time frame. So it's good to see.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody's expecting him to jump in this week. But if we could see him against Jacksonville State or in a couple weeks against another opponent, I think everyone would be thrilled.
Mm-hmm.
Just get out of this game as cleanly as we can, and hopefully we'll be all right.
Yeah, like you guys said, I think Florida State's going to work on easing Purdy back into the lineup. And, depending on how James Blackman looks this weekend down in Miami, you might see a guy like Tate Rodemaker get some snaps.
Risky. For me, I know everybody's wondering who the starter is going to be. I think everyone, at least on this show, is expecting James Blackman to be the starting quarterback. But I do think you are going to see packages with Jordan Travis out there, designed ones. I think the only reason you saw Travis against Georgia Tech was because they're in desperation mode. They needed some kind of momentum to get even just a first down 2 weeks ago. But now you have 2 weeks. Kenny Dillingham was talking in an interview and says that he and Norvell have been really working hard getting a good game plan ready for this game. And so I'm really expecting to have a few packages that we'll see on Saturday night with Jordan Travis out there to just kind of switch it up a little bit and maybe take advantage of those linebackers in Miami and try to get some kind of momentum going because they're going to need it. And if James Blackman stays on that kind of trend he had against Georgia Tech, they got to find some kind of playmaker.
My concern with the Travis package is being one dimensional. So I mean they got to figure out how to get him to complete a pass to keep the defense honest.
Which, as we saw against Georgia Tech, maybe it's easier said than done. He missed a flat by 6 feet.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
That's why he always runs in those packages, guys.
Yeah. I mean, those run packages worked.
Captain Obvious.
They really worked against Georgia Tech. Honestly, they should have gone the whole drive, just keep running because Georgia Tech didn't know what to do.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. You got to hope that James Blackman makes a bounce back. I mean, it's about as simple as that. Obviously, there was a few plays where wide receiver dropped the ball, and obviously you hate to see that, and execution needs to be made. But Blackman had a really, really rough game against a really not good defense, and it's going to be a different kind of game on Saturday night. So you got to see a bounce back there. But there's an update on Chubba Purdy. Also, some positive news though. Obviously, Joshua Kando in the game against Georgia Tech had a cheap chop block from a Georgia Tech player, and it looked really scary. Obviously, he missed last season and started against Virginia after getting hurt there and having to get surgery on his knee. But Joshua Kando is actually questionable for this game on Saturday against Miami. He's been practicing here and there, which is a good thing. And then also,
offensive line better. And plus, they ain't got what's his face? He opted out. The one that sacked us 4 times last year. They sacked us a total of 8, and he got 4 by himself. He out. That'll help. Offensive line playing better. Blackman got more experience. I mean, Blackman don't get hurt. Blackman never get hurt. When you know Blackman get hurt. He got bumped up one time, but he go right back in the game. Blackman got he got titanium bones or something.
To have Hamza Najral being one of the top safeties in college football returning this Saturday. And then also Jarvis Brownlee, who was a big star in camp. He's wearing number 3. And he had a big time camp in fall and also workouts and gained a lot of respect
2 weeks. I hope so.
Team. And you're probably going to see number 3 out there too on Saturday. So some positive signs, at least on the defensive side of the ball, for Adam Fuller against the Hurricanes.
Let me rewind that. I probably talked over that. Let me rewind
Yeah,
that.
it's going to be huge.
After getting hurt there and having to get surgery on his knee. But Joshua Kando is actually questionable for this game on Saturday against Miami. He has been practicing here and there, which is a good thing. And then also Florida State's expected to have Hamza Nasruddin, one of the top safeties in college football, returning this Saturday. And then also Jarvis Brownlee, who was a big star in camp. He's wearing number 3, and he had a big time camp and fall, and also workouts, and gained a lot of respect across the team. And you're probably going to see number 3 out there too on Saturday. So some positive signs, at least on the defensive side of the ball, for Adam Fuller against the Hurricanes.
Yes, sir.
And it's going to be huge for Florida State to potentially get Kando back, because I mean, man, he went down in that first quarter, and we saw exactly how the pass rush looked the rest of that game. I mean, they got nothing at all. Even on runs, the defensive line wasn't getting any push. I mean, Georgia Tech was moving them with ease, and that can't happen when you step into the season and people are calling your defensive line maybe the best in the nation, and your interior with that rotation of Marvin Wilson, Cooper, and Durden, all the hype they got, and they just come out and lay an absolute dud against Georgia Tech. No sacks for the defensive line, no tackles for loss for the defensive line. I mean, it was a terrible showing, and they looked all right before Kando went down, and then after that, it was just a wash. I mean, it felt like the rest of the game they could do nothing.
I think getting Nasruddin back is even more important, though. I mean, he's a thumper of the safety. He plays more like a linebacker, honestly. And as bad as those linebackers were against Georgia Tech 2 weeks ago, you get a guy in who's a really sure tackler for the position he plays. I think that's going to be big for stopping the run, and especially De'Aaron King, who's more of a running quarterback than anything.
Yeah, I think we saw just, like Dustin said, how much that loss of Kando, Fuller really struggled to get off the ball. His get off is very slow. I just don't see FSU able to create pressure from the 4 down linemen in this game, especially if Kando can't play. I really like to see them play Gaynor over at the spot where J-Rob's playing, maybe slide J-Rob over, try to create something different and get after that quarterback. But Hamza coming back, I think that trio of Hamza, Travis J, Bernardo Green is a very good safety combination. So it's good to get healthy. It is good to see that Josh didn't have a significant injury, because that block should be out of the game, just like targeting. It should be called as an ejection for those chop blocks.
Yeah, no, most guys are getting season.
No blood. It looked like the last game at Georgia Tech was a tryout. We still should have won the game, but it looks like it was more of an evaluation. It was like a spring game the way the coaches were doing. This is weird. This COVID thing is weird. So it's almost like it's not almost like the coaches actually used Georgia Tech as an evaluation game, like a spring game. Like they didn't even take it serious. I mean, not serious, like just not serious enough to win. They just want to know what we had, who they can trust, and who's what. It's weird. This is a weird year. I tell you, this is a weird year. All right, where we at? 11-12. Hold on, y'all. Hit that like button, people. You're dealing with Chief Osceola smoke session. This is the smoke. This is the pregame. It's the pregame. What's up?
Wouldn't be shocked whatsoever if you don't see him quite a bit on Saturday night. Definitely if Kando's not full send, they got to move guys around. Also, Quashon Fuller. I don't know. There's got to be some guys that haven't had a lot of PT in games, and not definitely a rivalry game, that are going to have to step up on Saturday night.
And I also think you need to look to one of your veterans in Janarius Robinson, who had a really poor performance against Georgia Tech, who also come back against Miami and perform like we know how he can. Because I mean, after Kando went down, the defensive ends did absolutely nothing, and that reflects on Robinson as well. He couldn't get any pressure, kept getting moved off the ball, and it's got to be completely different against Miami if Florida State's going to have a chance. Because like you guys said, Georgia Tech isn't even close to the type of competition that FSU is going to face when they step into Hard Rock Stadium on Saturday night.
Yeah, if they're going to continue to drop the defensive end and the coverage, you know, they need to make that change, or whether it's a package change, you know, putting Gainer there, because that just looks very unnatural for Robinson to drop back, and he was that was a 42-yard gain by not dropping back far enough. So, you know, I think there's some moves that this staff could make in order to try to get a little bit better personnel on the field and kind of utilize your skill a little bit better. And that, you know, with that, Skitten, I think, would be back in towards the box a little bit. I think people were too hard on him coming back first game off a major knee injury. But, you know, I would like to see him more, you know, playing more of a in the box linebacker role. I just think he's too big for safety now. But it's all about want. This is a rivalry game. This is Florida State, Miami. You know, who wants to nut up and make a play?
Mm-hmm. We're still waiting to get an update on Devontae Love Taylor for the offensive line, but there's some optimism that he'll be out there Saturday. Also, worth noting too, a quicker that we really haven't started off talking about, Mike Norvell will not be in attendance on Saturday. It's still trying to be clarified of whenever he'll be able to talk with the team through whatever Zoom, webcam, and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if he'll be able to talk to them in the hotel and have meetings there before they get on the buses and head to the stadium.
Okay.
The last time he
Hold on, I'm getting it. There we go.
To manage the game and know what to do.
And you've also got a guy in Odo Hagens on staff who's been an interim head coach as well. So it's not like you're complete without an experience as coaching there. This is much better staff than we've had last few years.
And plus, even though Mike Norvell is, you know, Florida State's primary play caller, he does work hand in hand with Dillingham to call plays. It really helps that they've had that experience together dating back to their time at Memphis. And I don't think Dillingham is going to be worried at all about being up there in the box on Saturday night calling stuff against Miami. I mean, the last time he was the primary play caller, Auburn beat Alabama 48-45. So I'm definitely interested to see his approach on Saturday night.
I do think I have a little worrisome. I understand, you know, Dillingham, I think, is definitely an up-and-coming coach. He'll probably eventually be a head coach and his stop wherever he goes eventually in his career. But I do think that, you know, for a full game, Mike Norvell is not going to be there. Dillingham has been under coaches before, like Malzahn, and been able to, you know, work things. It's just going to be solo dolo pretty much. You know, there's going to be assistants and guys, coaches around him, but he's kind of going to be a solo dolo and is not going to get take from his head coach on things and what he should go, what he should give for play calling. So I think it's obviously a really tough situation for FSU, but you got to hope that chemistry, like Dustin said, that Dillingham and Mike Norvell have, will be able to execute a good game plan against Miami's defense that didn't look too phenomenal against Louisville.
Let's call it what it is too, though. You know, we talked about it ad nauseum that, you know, the play calling wasn't necessarily the issue against Georgia Tech. It was the execution.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah,
you know, can the players step up and do their jobs?
Yeah. No, I mean, I've said it, I feel like 20,000 times, and we've had a bye week too, so I can't help but keep on bringing it up. But that's 28 points Florida State missed out on during that game. Emmett Rice missed pick 6.
We don't get to the last game. We've moved past that already.
But what's this whole thing with Urban Meyer saying Mike Norvell is in quicksand?
Yeah, this is funny, y'all.
Yeah, so, you know,
It's
Urban
funny.
Meyer, the infinite wisdom coach, the guy who covered up a
Hey, pay attention to this, y'all. This is where it get real funny. You talk about the Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer said our program is in quicksand right now. which is kind of true. We all kind of falling behind for a couple years now, but it's coming from Urban Meyer. This is funny.
Real murderer, tight end, a guy who faked 2 heart attacks, a guy who allegedly knocked up a cheerleader at Florida, a guy who, ran probably the dirtiest program since SMU, but I digress. After the one solo game, so the first game of the Mike Norvell era, compared Mike Norvell to Bobby Bowden's time at Florida State, which makes no sense to me. And he was mentioning how Florida State's 1-11 in their last 12 games versus ranked opponents, and Florida State plays a handful of ranked opponents this year. So alluding to those being losses. Right now his quote, exact quote was, "He's in quicksand right now. I hope he gets himself out because they are going in reverse." So,
you think he even watched the game on Saturday, really, or he's just going after the score?
I think he probably went off the score and probably hasn't watched an FSU game in quite some time.
Yeah.
So I just think it's very interesting that you can accumulate all this information and assumption after one 60-minute game at Florida State. So, if you follow me for a while, I think he's the biggest piece of shit in college football. So, for him to give any opinion about any team, about any program, for me, I can't value that.
Wanted this guy, Urban Meyer.
No,
Really?
I don't give a damn what he says. I ignored it all today, and whenever that article came out, whatever it was. What is he? I thought he was too busy. Like, isn't he doing like some kind of? He's a professor now at Ohio State and like helping people become leaders and stuff, which is a complete. I would never take that class with him.
No.
I mean, holy crap! I mean, Jesus Christ! All the things that he did at Florida, but I feel like he shouldn't have all this time on his hand talking about Florida State. He's a professor now. Yeah.
Professor.
Any more takes on Urban Meyer?
Have another heart attack.
Piece of crap, Meyer.
All
right, here we go.
Let's talk about our top. We're going to jump into our top 3 worst segment, but anybody have one that they want to bring up?
Nate's not bashful. Go ahead.
There's a lot.
I know he's got to find like 1 out of his 10 that he has.
Yeah. I'll go something that's kind of a low hanging fruit. That stupid ass hangover chain in the 3-finger ring. Touchdown bling they got. It's just so forced. It's forced swag. I just think it's just utterly dumb. And to think that a player wanting to put on a necklace is going to create a turnover when turnovers are nothing but luck. I just think the whole premise of it is stupid. I hated the book bag that Florida State had. I think it's just dumb. Plus I just hate Miami. So
look at the numbers going down. Look at the Miami Spies walking out, y'all. Look at the Miami Spies walking out. I saw the number jumped like 5. Look, listen.
For me, it's pretty simple. It's the colors. I mean, orange is already nasty enough. Throw it with that swamp green. And it's just disgusting. I hate it. It's despicable.
Swamp
why
green.
They chose those colors. I don't know why they keep choosing those colors, but it's horrible.
Yeah.
You want to talk about something despicable? Can we talk about Miami fans?
Oh, can we talk about Miami fans?
But the ones that they do have, very, very few, they're very vocal. And about what?
I mean, a bunch of big mouth bussies. Listen, about what?
I mean, they've been in the ACC for over a decade, never won the ACC championship.
Yep.
They haven't won a national championship since, I learned how to write. I mean, what are they even chirping about at this point? Yeah, you beat a couple of Florida State teams that were down in the dumps. Congratulations, we've already done that 7 times.
Yeah. I'm right there. I'm gonna pick also with Dustin. I think the fan base is absolutely, utterly embarrassing.
Me.
Yeah, I'd agree with that one, Bob. I tried to sit with him. Utterly embarrassing.
I have to.
No, you don't. You can't.
Well, I guess I'll go their stupid duck that they have out there on the field. That's always messing with the people. And yeah, like isn't that
ways? Like what are you doing?
I feel like that's hurting their own mascot. I feel like that's more like
animal abuse. Where's PETA when we need them?
Yeah, that's messed up. I'm gonna file a report if I see that happening on Saturday night. But yeah, that duck thing I think is one of the stupidest things ever. I mean, it kind of goes like kind of the route of Cimarron or whatever they call it, Nate, that they have at the basketball games. That dude running around and the Renegade.
I think Austin would know more about Cimarron than Nate.
I'll swing on Cimarron the next time I see him, and that's the fact.
You'll do what? You'll swing at him?
Why?
Just don't like him. He's a waste of money, a waste of my time.
I went in on him. Sugar slugs. Oh yeah.
To our interview with former 2012 ACC champion Everett Dawkins. Great interview. Let's jump into that right now. All right, guys, we got a big time guest with us. It is a Miami week. I'm really excited about having this former Knoll on. He was an ACC champion in 2012 under Jimbo Fisher. He was drafted in the 7th round by the Minnesota Vikings. Shout out to Austin, too, a big fan.
Go.
Yep. But with us this evening is my man Everett Dawkins, or E-Dog. What's happening, man?
Not much, man. Glad to be here on with you guys, man. Glad to talk some football. Wasn't sure if football season was going to happen this year, so it's good to be on here, getting ready to talk about football.
Exactly. I'm right there with you, same with all of us on here. We didn't even know if football was really going to be a thing, and God, it feels good to actually talk about it and definitely preview a game, and definitely with Miami week. It's still rivalry week no matter what. It's weird times, but we actually had you on the Renegade Roundtable too with 20+ guests, and it was a good time. But I definitely wanted to grab you on here just for a solo dolo interview and kind of run through your career and talk about the current state of Florida State. Also go back to Jimbo Fisher a little bit, talk about the league a tad and pros. But yeah, let's jump into it. So what are you up to now? We were talking about before we started recording, E-Doc, about living on the West Coast. But tell me what you're up to. What's that like? Everything.
Well, I originally came out here to rehab and train. I tore my hip, and I didn't know I tore it. So I came out here to do stem cell surgery and everything. And
this is a good episode here. There's a lot of stuff in here. Hold on. Hit that like button, baby. You on Osceola Cheese Smoke session. Van couldn't make it today. He's going to the game. So I'm here by myself. But tomorrow we'll be going live during the whole game, watching us wax Miami off the map.
Keyword. So
45.
I'm not going to say everybody just played terrible, but a lot of plays that they were supposed to make, they didn't make.
He played terrible.
He's talking about Everett Dawkins talking about Florida State last week. But this is what he thinks going to happen.
Yeah, they did.
He's an ex-Florida State player.
Terrible. Yeah. You're right.
I mean, they played terrible.
They did, actually. Yeah, I'm being modest, but they did because I know, and it makes and people go right to our coaches. So I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what Odell teaches in practice. he gets sleds every day. Like,
thanks for that like. Thanks for hitting that like, y'all.
That's what they've been doing for the last 2 weeks. And if they have been, we'll be able to tell in this game coming up. But, man, the guys were up high. They were, first of all, when you're standing up high as a D lineman and you're 6'5", 6'6", whatever it may be, man, them linebackers can't see over you. You know what I mean? Like, that's a fact. Like, they can't see over you. And I'm not taking nothing off our linebackers. They could have played better, too. But when you guys are that big, man, you cannot play that high. Never. Because it's just, now they're just playing the sling game. You know what I mean? I seen on one play that Marvin, he was able to do it and just sling and toss them around, but you're not going to be able to do that with everybody. You know what I mean? Like, when you get some dogs in front of you, it's going to be a fight the whole game.
Yeah. I think you're talking about the play that Jason Staples put out there where Warner hit the wrong hole. You know, he could have
Yeah.
stopped him on 4th and short.
Man, Warner, yeah, definitely. But you know what? The D-line could have made that play.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
number 0, who is that?
Love it, the transfer from Mississippi State.
First off, they would have never let nobody play in no number 0 when I was there. So that's first off, if you put on 0 and you're the first D tackle to have 0, you have to come with it. You gotta be Darnell Dockett, you gotta be Trav, man, you gotta be Tim Jernigan. Like, come on, bro. Like, man, come on.
Yeah.
They had a 0 on it, then that was to see that. I mean, man, well, it was a double team. No, man, that was a light chip block. The guy went right up to the next guy. No, he was too high, first off. But if he played the man's shoulder like he was supposed to, and he knew the tackle was coming, you're supposed to throw your shoulder back in that gap so you can take it over. But he got washed down so far. I'm not taking no blame off 13 because he could have played that a lot better, but 13 had to come down a lot farther than he was supposed to because the D tackle got knocked down. You know what I mean? And 13, come on, man. You too big. These cats are bigger than we were when I played. They're way bigger than when I went down, and I'm looking at them like, whoa, like these are all giants. Like we were just regular cats when I played, you know? People looked at us like we're big, but I'm looking up to them. So it's like, man, y'all are so big, man. Y'all got to be some dogs, man, because leverage is everything for you. If you're not lined up like you're supposed to, if you don't have that bend in your knee, your back in the right position, arms flexed out, it's a waste of time. Like that's just, that didn't look good at all.
Yeah, you were talking about it, Edoc, about they're big boys. I mean, you got 2 twin towers with Janarius Robinson on the other side. You got Kando there. We'll see if he's going to be healthy enough to play this Saturday. But, you know, on the trenches there, you got some big boys. I mean, Robert Cooper, strong as hell, one of the strongest guys on the team. Marvin Wilson. I mean, I don't, you know, we've talked about it enough, and this has got to be a big-time bounce-back game because he wasn't a first, second, third-round player against Georgia Tech 2 Saturdays ago, you know. And hopefully, you know, you see a bounce-back on that whole defensive line front because they're going to be facing a quarterback with Derek King that you're going to have to find, contain, and you're going to have to make him throw that ball. And the only way to do that is starting up front and putting him in tough situations.
100%. All of those guys have to play better. You know, like I said, I've heard a lot of great things about him. So I mean, come on, you can go ahead.
I gotta ask this because you mentioned Odell. You know, Odell's been getting a little beat up by the fan base. You know, just, you know, leading up to the season. You know, wondering if Father Time's caught up to him and it's time to move on. You know, you played under him. You know, he coached you, and you know he's a hell of a coach. You know, his track record speaks for itself. So I don't necessarily think that it's coaching why you saw that result in game 1. You know, for me, I don't know if you agree with this. It's a mentality to want to be, you know, tougher than your opponent and just want to. I don't see that.
Yeah. So, and that's the thing. You just said it. Like it's. Once you get out on that field, I understand getting hit in your mouth, time or two maybe, and having to wake up like, yo, you know, but every time I got hit in the mouth, at that next play, I was coming off the football. You know what I mean? I was trying to hit somebody back in the mouth. So that's what you got to see out of the guys. And that's just expected from a Florida State defensive tackle. You know what I mean? Because Odell is never easy on any D tackles. He's hard on them. It's the reason you don't see D tackles getting in trouble like that. Odell, you know what I mean? The way that he practices and trains these kids, I went back years after, and nothing's changed. They go and do extra work. They mess up. They go back. Like it's not. It's something. I'm just hoping what happened was the lights were kind of bright. They haven't been out there in a while, and the technique was just shot to shit. You know, because as a player, I went out and looked at film the next day after the game, and I've just been like, man, what was I doing? Like I was taking the wrong steps. I was way too high. So they might have thought they were doing what they were supposed to be doing, but when they got off the field, they saw that, man, you know, I played terrible. Because I thought I had decent games sometimes, and I didn't. So let's just hope that's a reminder, because I promise you that Odell has had them hitting the low boy ever since that game. You know what I mean? I just know that's a fact, because that's how he is. Anytime that we played too high and got up, that's the main thing he preaches, is staying low. Especially for them, even when I go back, I see them preaching, stay low. Y'all are tall, y'all are big. Somebody gets low on you, you're in trouble.
We're going to see what they're made of this week. Coming off that, you had 3 guys who were considered 3 of the top 10 guys at their position in college. So we're going to see what they're made of this week.
Yeah, I'm expecting to see some people on O-linemen in the backfield on their back. Tiny being kept, because all of those guys are 5-star guys, 4-star guys, if I'm not mistaken. Yo, man, come on. Like, we're doing our job as far as recruiting goes.
Right.
These guys, big name guys, they're there.
Need to step up, Marvin.
Because we didn't have all those guys there when I was there. We had a few, you know what I mean? We were just starting to get it going. So, I mean, come on, show up. Coaches are doing their job. And I know people that played at Memphis. So I know what he did there and what, you know, and what I see. What I seen in the first quarter. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's there. We just have to come through as players, because I know they didn't teach them to do that little side stuff they were doing, man. I wouldn't even touch the tight end. Just go get the tackle. It's crazy.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier, and we've talked about it the last week and a half on shows and podcasts about, you know, Florida State was put into positions, the players were put into positions to execute and put points on the board. You got Asante Samuel Jr., that's 2 pick sixes that should have been brought back. There's also Emmett Rice, who dropped the pick 6, your veteran linebacker. And then you've got Tamarion Terry, who's supposed to be a first-round talent at wide receiver. You know, he drops the ball and obviously was going through a rough day with his grandma passing. And so his mental game was pretty shot. But, you know, that's 28 points, and that game should have been close. So, you know, I think players are being put into positions, and it's just execution through the mentality state of things.
Thanks. Yeah, and I'm not making no excuse for him, honestly, because I honestly just feel like if you're out there, you're in the game, you're playing, man, do your thing, man. Ball out. Like, I've been there. We haven't been a senior drop. Come on, man. You can't drop no pick. You know, Terry, you can't. This is your big year. Your first round and all this stuff. I mean, I understand and get it, but man, playing football is football, man. And one thing
he ain't bring up his grandma either.
You're seeing less and less receivers in the NFL that drop a lot of balls.
He said football.
That's not there's no excuse for dropping balls as a receiver, because that's what you do every day of your life, especially when it's right where it's supposed to be.
Right.
You know, that's just the rules. The ball touch your hands.
You're supposed to catch that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get the ball in your gap. That's your gap. That's your man. You know, same way with D-line. It's all the way around like that.
All right, so now it's rivalry week, Miami week. Obviously,
what's up, Ray?
Everybody hates one another, no matter what. But tell me, which rival did you want to beat more, Miami Hurricane?
All right, let me go on to the next thing. 57. It's 57.
Listen, it's a rivalry week. There's going to be a lot more passion, a lot more heart in this game. What are some keys to you to beat Miami?
Keys for us.
I'll be right back.
Miami. Defensively, I need to see our D linemen in the backfield. You can still 2-gap and still have your man in the backfield. You know what I mean? That's not hard to do. Drop the feet, stay low, and that's how that happens. I need to see the D lineman in the backfield. I need to see sacks. I need to see the quarterback contain. If the D line doesn't play like they're supposed to, I don't care what the DBs, linebackers, anybody do. It's a wrap for us. You know what I mean? Like, that's just, it starts up front. And in the same way to go to the offense. If the O-line can play, well, is everybody going to be back, or do you still have people hurt?
On the O-line, I think we're waiting to get word on Devontae Love-Taylor, but I think there's some optimism that he'll be there. That's a dog on the offensive
I think he'll
line.
be there.
Yeah.
Now, if we can get that line back in and get them to stay healthy, I would say our offense has a chance. you know, and that's going to be more. Receivers have to catch the ball. Running backs, man, they got to hit the gaps when they get them because, man, this is the most. That was the best blocking I've seen. You know, up to a point. You know, Cam Akers would have did wonders with that block. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
He never got that. So, I mean, man, we got to make something happen, man. Quarterback has to step up. And Odell used to tell us all the time, I don't care if you're a senior, I don't care if you're a freshman, best man gonna play. And he stood to his word, like best man gonna play. Like always, that's the case. So quarterback issue, running back, whatever it may be, like I don't care.
Yeah, I think that's how it should be.
I don't care if it's a freshman, whoever it may be. Keep getting the ball to the tight end. There's no problem with the tight end having 15 receptions.
Cameron.
Because he's good. McDonald, yeah, he's good. Let him do his thing.
Right.
And, man, the rest of the receivers catch the ball. I think we can actually do something on offense, man. But it's just got to be that jail, man. The O-line just has to stay healthy. And defensively, linebackers, you got to get it figured out. You know, I mean, Gaynor balled out, had a lot of tackles, you know, or whatever it may be. But, we got to get it figured out, man. I mean, because we can't leave all that pressure on our secondary. D-line knows that, man. So I'm just expecting a lot of them. I'm putting it all on the D-line and O-line.
Yeah.
That offensive line, the first team offensive line, when they were in, the offense was averaging like 5.5 yards a play, which isn't great, but it's significantly better than they did throughout. Once the one guy got hurt, it was cut in half. So,
Yeah, see.
That's
nuts.
And Cam McDonald, versus those linebackers, I think is something that can be exploited in this game. Those linebackers are they struggled versus Louisville. That defense struggled as a whole. So I think that's a game where, Cam was, I think, your most consistent threat in week one. I think you got to go back to him a little bit more. I agree with you.
Okay, yeah, and also Miami beat Louisville. Whoop-de-doo. You know what I mean? It's not like people, Louisville isn't good, but we'll see this week for sure. Are they who they say they are? You know what I mean? I'm still rolling with my team. I just know it's that simple for us. O-line stay healthy. D-line, even if D-line doesn't play up to par like it's supposed to, even if just O-line just plays up to par, we're gonna be fine. You know what I mean? Like that's how I feel like. At least we can put up points. So O-line just stay healthy. Because I don't know what this D-line will do,
Miami gave up over 500 yards of offense to Louisville, so that defense is not great.
Yeah, Louisville's defense, or Louisville as a whole, should never be allowed on primetime TV again until maybe Lamar Jackson gets another year and he's coming back to play or whatever.
They in trouble. They in trouble because that's not
happening. Before the next question, I asked this. And another pod that Logan and I did earlier today. I wanted to ask you, you look at that Georgia Tech game, and if Florida State executes and they get those points that they missed out, and that results 41-16 Florida State, how are you feeling coming into this game? I think that that whole national, thought that Miami's going to come in and trounce Florida State for one isn't necessarily true. But, if Florida State's coming off a 25-point win, how different do you feel coming into this game?
Oh, man, yeah, I'm taking the spread. If that's the case, yeah, definitely. If we came off of a win, yeah, I'm definitely rolling with it. But, it's always Miami week, so I'm just going – I got to go with my boys, and it's just, I get my heart broken these last couple of years. That's fine, but I still got to roll with them because I just know Miami, man, and I don't like them. I don't like their fans.
Yeah.
Like you said, I don't like their fans or nothing. You know what I mean? Like, crazy.
one more question before we get into your score prediction, E-Doc. Nate was going to bring it up. I know he was, but Nigel Bradham's hit against Bird, Miami's wide receiver Bird. Nigel Bradham absolutely obliterated that cat. You had an interception that was not called.
We're going to fast forward a little bit. Todd Pope, if you're around, I'm going to drop the link in right now.
The clipping or calls and all that stuff. Like, yeah, man. So I'm not a fan of the refs. I've never been.
No. That would be, you know what? To start off that game, if Florida State wants to create some good momentum and show that they're awake, they're woke, is have Emmett Rice light up somebody. I don't, if it's if it's a hard hit and it might be targeting, I don't know. Have someone in there light somebody up. You get hopefully it's expected to have Hamza Najaldeen back, probably one of the top safeties in college football. He comes back tackling machine, but have someone go in there, put Gann in there just to light somebody up and kind of
DJ Lundy.
Facts. I need to see Marvin Wilson one arm. Nose guard, the center on top of the quarterback before he can even hand it off to the running back. You know what I mean? Like, that needs to be the energy, because in the past, that's what the energy was. You know what I mean? So I need to see all these big 5-stars show up, man. Like I say, I'm not impressed by the stars. It's about what I see on film and what people do. And I know they got it in them because I've seen them do it. So, man, let's go. There's no bickering with fans. There's no bickering with anybody. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You got to go try to get your money, try to make it to the league. Discipline is everything. So let's go.
Well, before we end off the interview with you, Everett, let's get your score prediction in for Saturday. Florida State's going to be playing on primetime, ABC, ESPN. It's going to be college game day 2 all throughout the morning, previewing the game. So Florida State is on primetime TV. What is your score prediction? Does Florida State get their first win of the season in Coral Gables?
Yeah. I do believe it because it is Miami, so I'm hoping I know the guy's pulling out a little extra. If I don't see him pull it out, I'm going to
lost connection.
Struggle, so I'm going to say it's going to be a high score. Nail biter. I'll say I'll go with 31-34.
Okay.
It may be higher.
Okay, so 34-31 Florida State.
37-40. Sorry, let me get 37. 40-37. Let me get that. Let me take
he hates Miami defense. Yeah. People don't like Miami. Their defense is bad. I think it is too.
I'll take it. Most certainly. That'd be that. Florida State fans would love that. They'll take that any day of the damn week at this rate.
Man, I would too.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much to do it with our man Everett Dawkins. Definitely appreciate him coming on here and got to know a little bit about his career and also talk some Miami and his time at Florida State. Love it. Definitely appreciate you, man, for coming in. Hey, good luck on that West Coast Highway.
Hey, man, thanks. I need it. Appreciate it. That's somebody else got it, man. But thanks, man. I appreciate you having me on. Y'all take it easy, man. Have a great day.
All right, hold on, y'all. Hold on.
All right, we are back now after the Dawkins interview.
Todd Pope, if you want to come on, man.
It's game day.
Hey, hit that like button, people. I still got some more information for y'all. Hit that like button.
Screw the SEC. Florida State just goes right back and being in the limelight. And that rivalry just does hit differently on TV. So what are y'all's first initial thoughts heading into this game? Obviously, we've had a bye week. We've had some time to think.
Here we go.
First of all, do you guys feel like the bye week was good for Florida State, or do you think they needed to stay on schedule with another team and kind of keep things rolling? What do you guys think? The bye week, good, bad?
Well, considering we lost the bye week with Norvell getting COVID, I would say it's bad.
Mixed reviews.
Well, what are the mixed reviews?
I think it just depends on what you see coming out this week. I think they needed it just to make adjustments to personnel, but it would be nice to kind of get back into it and not really harp on the game and this is a mentally weak team. And so are they going to fold under pressure once they give up another 10-plus point lead?
Although I will say it was good for them to get healthy. Like we saw 4/5 of the offensive line get injured. They've had time to rest up. We saw Kando get hurt. We talked about earlier. He's questionable now. Nasruddin's probably good to go. Purdy may be good to go. So getting healthy was definitely a win, especially not having a major setbacks from the Georgia Tech game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Big time, definitely for that offensive line that was dropping like flies, and you got to hope that doesn't happen on Saturday night. Knock on wood that that's just not a case, because that's something that's been going on since last season. Guys just dropping down everywhere. But let's jump into kind of like the big thing here. Obviously, it's going to be the James Blackman show. I think we're expecting him to be the starter on Saturday, and it's going to be going. And Florida State's going to be going against the Derek King that has experience.
All right, we'll go to 116, and we'll watch some Rod Orr highlights. We'll watch some highlights of the players. Rod Orr committed today. Congratulations to the coaching staff, Alex Atkins.
Really
Blue chip offensive tackle. We're gonna watch
Everything you just said right there. Derek King, by no means is he an elite deep passer. He's not a guy that's going to be able to connect on shots consistently down the field. I mean, most of his stuff is coming the short to intermediate routes, and especially with tight end Brevin Jordan, who's currently Miami's leading receiver. And if you can shut down King's legs, make him have to throw the ball, that's going to put Miami at a disadvantage and in an area they don't want to be in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's talk about keys to the game. Obviously, we're already kind of getting into that, but I'll give mine. And we talked about with Everett Dawkins. This has got to be a game for this defensive line to wake up. You're bringing back pretty much practically your starting defensive line pretty much from last year. And this is going into your second year as a unit. And they weren't there on Saturday whatsoever. All this talk for Marvin Wilson, and I'm tired of, and I think people are realizing it now, but he should not be really compared with a Timmy Jernigan whatsoever.
Hit the like button, please.
Definitely not in the top dogs like Everett Dawkins was talking about with Travis Johnson, Darnell Dockett, and it's not even close to that. But if he wants to get some respect on his name before he leaves Tallahassee, a game against Georgia Tech like that's not a first, second, third round defensive tackle. Even Corey Durden didn't seem like he was there last Saturday. These guys have got to wake up big time and show up and be able to find contain to get to this quarterback. Not even just contain, but try to go after him and get pressure so then he does make mistakes, because he is not a throwing type guy. You can put him into situations to have turnovers, and that would be huge for Florida State offensively, because they're going to need it. They need all the momentum they can get. So this is where the defensive line has got to step up big time, like Everett said. So for me, it's got to be D-line for FSU to win this game on Saturday night.
For me, I've already kind of said it, this game was on Blackman, but just to switch it up a little bit, Miami Diaz likes to do a lot of one gap and likes to do a lot of fire blitz, fire zone, whatever you want to call it. Bring the 5-man blitz and play zone behind it. And a quarterback that can get rid of the ball quickly and accurately can pick this defense apart. Blackman's going to have to do that. He's going to have the benefit of there's not a guy on Miami's team that can cover Tamari Ontario one-on-one. I'm not sure there's a guy on Miami's team that can cover Warren Thompson one-on-one. You look at Cam McDonald and their linebackers are not good in coverage. So, Florida State has some built-in advantages coming into this game. They don't really adjust to guys' emotion. The defense is what the defense is pre-snap. They're not going to really change out of it. So a smart quarterback can really or should be able to pick up on what this defense does. So, I just think that this defense that Miami has is definitely right for the picking. That's one reason why I've been so bullish on Florida State beating Miami this year is because of that defense. And I thought Florida State would be better offensively, and I thought Blackman would be better. So, if they can contain that 5-man blitz, if he can get rid of the ball quickly, get the ball to the playmakers, I think that the offense will be able to score a lot of points. And that's a big if.
I'm on the same page as Logan. I think the defensive line, and I'm going to say to some extent the linebackers, you got to keep Derek King as a passer. As soon as he gets outside the pocket, that's really where he's going to start beating you. And even to the linebackers, Brevin Jordan's a really good tight end.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to be Derek King's safety blanket throughout the entire night. I don't think you can stop him, but if you can limit his chances and limit those easy dump-offs to him, I think Florida State's going to stand a much better chance than if you just let Derek King scramble all night, Brevin Jordan improvises, finds him wide open. If that happens 5-6 times Saturday night, I don't think we stand much of a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like you and Logan have said, Austin, to me, this game really comes down to the defense having a different performance than they did against Georgia Tech.
I see you, Ty.
I mean, it was just awful. They need to rebound, and I think getting back guys like Hamza Nasirodi and Jarvis Brownlee in the secondary will definitely help out. But I'm not really convinced that Florida State's offense is going to be able to score 30 points in this game. And Miami, on the other end, is combined for 78 total. I'm not really
hit on negativity. No, not in the TP.
The game.
All right, I got one more part.
Everybody here is in the same
I don't recall
plate.
that.
No,
help out, but I'm not.
I see you, Todd.
He was switching it around.
Yeah, I mean, you guys pretty much nailed it right there with your analysis. I kind of feel pretty much the same way. I think Florida State probably will look decent in the first half, make you believe that they have a chance to do enough to win in the second half, and then in the second half we're just going to be like, what the hell is happening? So I've actually got Florida State getting the same score that you guys have predicted. I've got Miami taking this one 33-23.
So 1 out of 4.
I think Derek King does enough in the end to pull it out.
1 out of 4.
Okay. So everybody's on Miami. I think everybody on here, though, did we all predict Florida State to beat Miami in the season preview that we gave?
Everybody did.
Hell yeah.
Before the season even
That
started.
changes fast.
I think
85-2.
It was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
85-2.
I think Austin did. You said 4 losses, but I think they were.
Yeah, my 4 were Louisville.
All right, Todd
Clemson,
Pope,
Notre
come back
Dame,
here, Todd. You go. I saw you, Todd.
Carolina, I think you said.
Carolina.
Yeah.
Come on, Todd.
I think what Nate was talking about from my point of
Come on,
this,
Todd, I was
for Florida
just
State
waiting for you,
not to
Todd.
really have come away with the win is because this mentality, this team is not ready for rivalries like this right now. And it's not like the 2010, 2011, 12,
Come on,
13,
Todd.
when Everett Dawkins was talking about it. That mentality is different. Definitely when you're having to face a rival, it's just not there yet. I don't know where it's gone. It's not Florida State football. I mean, they're getting into it. I mean, the body build, and like Everett was talking about earlier, there's some big boys. There's some big boys on this team.
Come on,
But
Todd.
the mentality
Todd,
is shot right now. I don't think they're ready for a rivalry win. I don't think
Dropped
they're going
out.
to get there. They're finding the problem is right now in Tallahassee is that they're finding more ways to lose games than win them.
Come on, Todd
And
Pope.
until they fix their
I'm about to
mentality
play highlights.
and they want to absolutely beat that person that's in front of them, they still got it's going to be a little while.
Hey, but they look good on those graphics, huh?
Yeah. The videos are getting better. Social media.
Maybe do that shit on the field.
Yeah, that would be a nice little advantage for them, but it's just not there right now. And at FSU, definitely for a rivalry game like this, they should start be able to handle these games, and that's why you saw a loss against Georgia Tech. It's not there to play bully football like you're used to. Definitely on defense, this should be a whole different story. But mentality shot. I got Florida State losing this game. They started the season 0-2. It sounds pretty depressing, but I got Florida State losing 34-21 in Coral Gables. I do.
TURNTTALLY got Florida State winning. Y'all heard it here. I'm gonna go on record. TURNTTALLY got Florida State winning by 7. Let's go! No blood raw! No blood raw! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Y'all boys pussy! I'm smelling pussy! The Miami cocaine smoking on that touche! 1 time! 2 times! Take a spirit and candy ass spine! No bloody! Up in this bitch! I'm hood rich! Boy, stop! We in this! 1 time! Let's go! Seminole! Where you at, ho? No blood raw! No blood raw! Let's go! Where you at? Where you at? Let's go! By 7! By 7! By 7! Chop it up! Marvin Wilson, we don't give a fuck! No blood raw! No blood raw! Let's go. Ty Pope. TURNTTALLY lit up in here. Ty, you hear me? You got to follow that now. Ty Pope. Ty Pope. Turn card and Seminoles now. What's up, y'all? No, Arlen, you hitting that like button because I'm a beast with it. I'm good at what I do. That's why you hitting that like button. Stop hating. Get the hate out your blood. Get out your hate out your blood, man. It ain't nothing wrong with liking something. Todd, I can't hear you. Todd, I'll leave you up here while I'm playing highlights, man. Get your sound together. If you stay ready. Hold on, y'all. Play some raw or highlights. I'll play some raw or highlights. Ha! Hey! Up front and drop bones like you better give me that. Ha! Right. All right, we gonna play raw or highlights. Commit to Florida State today. What you gotta say? Let's go. Grotto, 2021 class, 6'7", 6'7", I think, out of Alabama. Class 21, number 71 in the class. Let's go. All right, he gonna ride on. Hopefully y'all can see the highlights. I should be able to see it. Yeah. Woo! Woo! What me? Let's get it. Let's get it. No blood raw. Sanctuary. I'll take this off. 1, 2, 3, Mr. Prescott equals me. Rudolph Jesse. Filter nice. Right on. We ain't got nothing in common. We got nothing in common. I ain't got nothing to come with y'all. I try. Up the lower now. Rain on down. Take your collar now. Whistles count down. Plow. Sit the living waters when I'm working with you by the drown. Ashes to ashes. Dust. The big boy. The big boy. Shots fired back. All the time. All the time. All the time. All the time. Your transgressions are bruised, taking the grip out of Philistines and here in the city of refuge. Shot to the body, okay? Shot to the body. It's a victory war party, free shots for everybody. Show fire enforcement, hamstringing your horses. I'm yelling timber, crushing your Jericho fortress. Alright, take us from Poppy, towards tsunami. You gon' stop me curing newcomers like salami. Swagger from Davis Throne, body count raising by a jumbo. Split waters, y'all, it's just sun and I'm coming home. Right on time, you hear me? Even the trail of Egypt is dead. You hear me, Todd? Todd.
I can hear you fine. I can hear you fine.
Oh, I can't hear you though. I just started hearing you now. What's up?
I hear you fine.
Okay. I hear you now. I hear you now. I hear you now. What's up?
Hey,
Hello?
how's it going?
Good, man. Good, man. I just played some raw or highlights.
How's everything?
It must be a delay. Is it a delay? Thanks, no blooded. Is it a delay? Hello? You breaking up bad. It's your connection. It's your connection. All right, let me go to AJ. Did any of y'all see AJ Duffy highlights? If y'all still got time, if y'all still want to come stay around, I can play some more stuff if y'all still want to stay. It's up to y'all. Where we at? 17. Some people still here. Look at Frank laughing. Todd, it's your internet, man. Todd, it's your internet. Frank laughing. Hold on. Let's see how this. Hold on, y'all. This quarterback visited yesterday. I don't know if y'all know about this. His highlights look really good. He's a dual. I think he's a dual. What is he? Oh, it's not a quarterback. He's a quarterback. He's a dual threat quarterback. I don't know how Florida State gonna pull this one. Hold on. I don't know how Florida State gonna pull this one. When we already got like Nico Marshall.
Just look at the mark on my forehead, it's my nature. What I care about paper, I'm screaming yes so well till I fall. That's to you traitors. Am I elected, baby? Blessed aroma spices. We did for free. Prophetical smoke, I chose the Messiah. Shots fired back. Shots fired back. Wake it up from your jaw bones like you better give me that.
Yeah.
Bring your whole city right. Over here we burn offense and run like a tree.
Todd. AJ Duffy, y'all, 2022 class. Visited Florida State. He looked nasty. He looked nasty. He looked nasty.
TK, take it, baby.
AJ Duffy. Yeah, we get one back to tight end. Todd.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
What's up? Just say what you gotta
Yeah,
say,
I
man.
can hear you.
Yeah, go ahead. Just go ahead.
Well, I think what the key is just double team that tight end from Miami and try to pressure King. That's and make the other guys beat you. And Florida State is start running up their gut and go play action if they're going to
blitz. Yeah, they're gonna stack the lineup. I say you pressure. He's not a good passer. He already got a what's his face. Asante Samuel's gonna lock up their wide receiver one. We know that. I wouldn't be surprised if Derrick King don't throw one ball to whoever Asante Samuel guarding. He might not throw that way one time the whole game. I wouldn't be surprised. So we already got one side of the field showing up. We only got to focus on the other side in the middle with the tight ends, with the tight end Brevin. But we got a good tight end too. There's a lot of good things we got that we didn't even get a chance to even showcase because there's evaluation crap. We ain't stick with our best players. It's gonna be interesting though, Ty. It's gonna be real interesting. It's gonna be real interesting. I'm going to end the show real soon, y'all. Florida State by 7. That's my prediction. I said earlier. Hit that like button. Thank y'all for joining the show, baby. My name is TURNTTALLY. Nice to meet you. Hit that like button. I will be live tomorrow during the whole game. Hey, Todd, I'm about to go out. You there, Todd?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes, sir.
Oh, say one more thing. I'm about to go.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, like I said, I just think the key plan to do on defense is double team that tight end.
Yeah.
And contain King.
Yep. I'm with you. It's gonna be interesting.
Contain more on the strong side of the defense because that's where they're losing containment is mostly on the strong side. The weak side defense ain't too bad.
We can't give up the bunch plays. We can't give up the big plays. So we can't give up the big play.
And the offense, who knows? You don't know what they're gonna tell you. They tell those
our offense might be the surprise.
What's going on?
Our offense might be the surprise. We'll see. All right, man. Thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate the support, man. But I gotta go. Thank y'all for joining. I'm gonna go ahead and play this music out. Beat Miami. I will be going live all day tomorrow. Y'all know that. Peace out. Bye, Todd. Thanks, son. Thanks. Peace, y'all. Beat Miami. Beat Miami. Good show.
I'm the first born chosen seed. Present with the swag pedigree. Snap out the year you seen. I was busy on level to the 3rd degree. What's up? Me and my Levi, that's the blazing blood cause we excellent. Over like having years. That's the group of 2 and 40 years. What's up? I'm high. That's me. Sacrificing that. Oh, we. Killing cancer. Fighting for glory. Isaiah 43 hard. Good Lord. My dad is blessed. Just about this. Better just you with 3 dirty son of a. You watching too much TV. Meditating on BET. What's up? Turn up. That's it. I went air in the priest getting in. I love when you hate on me. I'm got Jews, you got leprosy. What's up? I'm in the mountain. To tell y'all let's go and drink it. I'm shouting. Girl, how are he with me? Waking up till 1, 2, 3. What's up? What's up? I get up the street. Alright, the things the world can be. God's treasury. What's up? I got more shade with me. You gave it a life to me. That's what you can stop prophecy. Got a car for victory. What's up? Okay? Oh, man. Hey, listen to milk and honey. Pick the sun. I'll pick your fruit. Don't get into the Amalek. You are shark food. Money moving images got you stuck. Saying, oh, it's not what up. That's what you up. Levi, please kill no Peter. The Decapitating heat is like chicken boy heat. Holy silver, tongue in the vein. What's that oily smell? That's that day. What's up? Water over, dry shot, you corporate. Pass the test up, your little next Terrorium government. With tabernacle. Simple lock, no entry, I said. You talking there, but it could be all dead. What's up? Never right, cause I'm making it just the angel. I don't got orders in the stand up. Your house, you're in the wheel, you know, they are home. Get the love, chicken play. What's up? What's up? I and I hear. Get up off of them streets. Alright, the things the world envies. Choose from God's treasury. What's up? I got more shade with me. King David alive to see. Let's work, you can't stop prophecy. Got a car for victory. What's up?